my camera. I don't know if this happens to anybody else doing the YouTubes, but if I set up an event and I don't do it within 2 minutes, for whatever reason, when it starts the video, it collects. Instead of if it's doing 60 frames a second, it does 30. So it just screws up the audio, screws up the video. I don't know what the hell's that about. What that's about. Anyways, I'll wait for a couple people to show up. If you are unaware of me, what I do, maybe fast to be here in the future, or go to one of my other videos. If you do know me, feel free to find the depth of your pockets, find some change, $1, $100, whatever. You can send that to me, CashApp, PayPal, all that stuff. Because A, I'm wildly entertaining, and I'm a lot smarter than most people you know. I'll probably go out on a limb and say all of the people you know, because you don't know me. What you mean? Well, he's got a big ego. No, I'm just wildly intelligent. These things happen. Happens to the best of us, and the worst of us too. Let's talk about a few words: interdependency, codependency, service to self, service to others, yeah, we'll get into a few things. Let me get into this coffee stout here. Also, I busted out the tarot cards. So, if anybody wants, I will be in service to you, and you know what I'll do? I'll explain this whole thing that I want to through tarot, the use of tarot cards. And here they are. You guys, if you guys want to, you guys can pick which deck you'd like. This one is a rat. This one, you don't know what's inside. Then we got the Wildwood, and then here, this, if you don't know what this is, that's your fault, but it's on the other side. Those three sitting there. I'm giving away decks of cards. I don't know why. It's good, but I think it's because you're supposed to buy your own tarot cards. That's kind of a rule. I don't know who made that rule, but you should be gifted them. So I've been gifted all of these. I get gifted away some that I bought that I was gifted, so it was like a re-gift, which was not because for no other reason than I mean, I should have kept them. They were really nice, but the other people needed them. I don't know. I can't use 7 decks of tarot cards at once. And I'll explain to you service to self and service to others, and interdependency, reciprocation, singularity. Maybe we'll get to singularity, or maybe some Terrence McKenna time wave 0, novelty theory. We'll get to a few things. I'm gonna wait till a couple more people show up. But thanks for coming by, guys. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice out today. It's gonna be warm. What's up, Jonah? It's gonna be warm outside. Although I don't see the sun coming out though. It's supposed to be 80. It's not even sunny. I need some sun. Why am I doing this? I gotta redo the nails too. Paint my nails on camera. What kind of fucking fruitcakey, faggy guy is this painting his fingernails? I don't know. I felt like doing it. Judge me. How dare you? I'll explain. I think it's a good way of explaining service to self. What's up, Jonah? Service to self and service to others through tarot, and why they don't exist. And I'll explain to you why everything is self-serving. There's nothing that isn't self-serving. Nothing. And I'll explain it to you a million ways. Even people that think of the light and doing things like, oh, I'm just serving everyone else. I'm just da-da-da-da-da. Bullshit down to the most essence. There's no one. There's no one. These fucking nails, son. I only did these ones. This one. Look at these ones. I had another cool ring, but it broke, so I need to get some JB Weld. Hey, so if anybody wants to, feel free to donate. So I get some welding things, and I got some other things, some artwork that I'm doing. And I need some. I need JB Weld, and I need to two pieces of. I need to make a piece of plastic, or there's a crack and a missing piece to something that I'm working on, and I have to go. I have to go to the hardware store and find something to replace this. Yeah. You want to listen to trauma? How deep you want to go into psychology and PTSD? I mean, I've spoken at I don't know who that is. I've spoken at length about everyone having PTSD from different things to different degrees and its influence on people's behavioral mechanisms, responses to things. We get into cluster B personality disorders. We get to the four control dramas. The four control dramas are you have two that are demonstrative and masculine, and two that are feminine and repressive. So you have aloof type. I don't know what's going on. And then you have the questioner, the person that's aggressive, and you have one is standoffish and magnetic, and one is kind of like, oh, I don't know, very very accusatory and questioning. And those things come out of the primary function is dominator submissive complex, and that even in your own mind, you have one part of your brain. I either do something now for myself, or I can do something later for someone else. There's that kind of dynamic that was occurring. Understanding though that even your memories of the past exist now in your memory here now, and the thought of what will occur in the future is occurring here now. So everything is in that now moment. There is a linear reality that we exist in, but there's a much bigger reality which is non-linear whatsoever. But we do have what our expectations of a future event may be. Awesome! I'm about to go to a theme park. I'm going to go to water slides. I'm feeling that now. It's awesome. Is it going to be as good as being there doing it? No, but we can kind of mimic that feeling, or we can get caught in a depression or in the past of something negative. Or it could be something positive. You could just be like living that. Oh, back when I could throw a football in these mountains, those kind of things. But nonetheless, that control drama of the four control dramas that are seeping out of singularity to duality, and that duality is dominator submissive. That's the two, and then the two splits into the four, which are the four control dramas, or the forces, the air, earth, and water, seasons, those kind of things, and then we split it down that way. That's the duality that splits into 8-bit, 16-bit Nintendo, 64-bit GameCube, 128-bit. They split it like that. They double things. It's a double. There's a book. It's called, maybe I have it. Let me see if I can find it right now. It's called I think it's funny. I bought like 4 of them at once by mistake. It's basically about the quantum. Your double. I might have given this one away too. No shit. How did I lose this one? Who did I give this to? Hold on. I'd like to read from it. How did I buy 4 of these and I gave them all away? Yeah, I guess that happens sometimes. Oh well. It's the doubling effect, and it's a very short read by a quantum physics kind of, and he talks about how time unfolds and it's not linear, and he gives a graph to the way the unfold time works and how doubling occurs. But yeah. Yes, that's close. Yeah, it's I posted it on my Instagram. It's a picture of the philosophy of what the soul is, what the spirit is, what the mind is, and then the underpinnings in that order. The animation qualities of things. Kabbalah is quantum physics. Yeah, I mean, I hate saying quantum anything. It's just redundant. I mean, Everybody's like, well, if I say quantum, it means, or say matrix. It's the quantum matrix. Oh, oh, the quantum matrix. I mean, I get it. I know. There's so many words that they really frustrate. It's like just like grips and manhandles and rips my balls off. Like I just like listening to it. I just like nails on a chalkboard. It's like all that. You know, if you work in a business, there's hot button words. They're saying the same thing that's been said for the past 60 years, and every couple years, somebody will have a new code of here's the words you say. Here's the thing. So it's like it's been said a million times. Now we're just using different words to explain it differently. I can explain to you how your body works. The analog or the analogy of how a car functions. I can tell you how your brain functions, how a computer works. I can tell you how these things have already been done. So I'm just using of new language to define something that it's timeless. Speaking of, let me go refill my coffee. Would you like to join me? Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you come with me? Yeah, freaking the fuck out. Too much caffeine for Zen. Ah! That's not how I stream. Oh shit, look at this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, look at that, no hands. So much better. Oh, I went and made a mistake. I knew it. I knew it. I went, done, and did it. It's okay, we have more cacao here. Let's make some choco milk. Some oat milk. Some oats, bro. I must sow my royal oats. Could you imagine sewing oats together? That would be fucking... Why would you do that? Why would you even do that? Sewing oats? Yeah, I know what it means. I know how it works, but I'm just saying sewing oats. So, you gonna sew those pants? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. This is what happens. Do not give me coffee, or else. Yeah. Some more ice cubes. Some ice cubicles. I would be working in a business in an office. I couldn't last the whole day. They would fire me. I would be spazzing the fuck out on everybody. So, because they're gonna drink coffee. If you're gonna be drinking coffee, I'm gonna drink coffee. You want me drinking coffee? It's not a good thing. Let me just sit in the corner, fucking relax, and do my damn thing. You pay me, let me get the fuck out of there. I don't want to deal with any anyways. Okay, let's go back in here. I got a selfie stick. Fuck yeah. Dude, I just made fun of people that have selfie sticks, and now I'm gonna make fun of myself. This is the stupidest fucking thing, but it's actually convenient. I mean, people that have selfie sticks to do like, I'm walking the Grand Canyon, look at this, and then they fall over, like, ah, and they drop their phone, and their phone still works, but they're sitting there at the bottom of shit. I'm not gonna go to the Grand Canyon with a selfie stick. I'm gonna do it inside of my own home, where the worst thing that could really happen is I could stub my toe on something. But I've already plotted things out in here where I can close my eyes and walk around this place in complete darkness. I know how many steps it takes to get from here to there. Not that I calculated or did it like for any other reason then. It just, I don't know. It's like people that know how far something is. Like you could build something and you do it by eye. Like I know how big 8 feet is because that's how tall I am. Because I used to work at houses, so I know what 8 foot of something looks like. Whether people are like, how far is it from there to there? Like, I don't know, like 3 miles? 3 miles. It's a football field. That's 100 yards. It's not even close. I don't know how long does it take to get there. Fucking 2 weeks. 2 weeks. You can see it. You can walk there. You could just get on a tricycle. You get there. People don't know. People don't know distances and time. Speaking of last show that I was doing, talking about times and distances. All right, where are we at? Let me get this down here. Okay, cool. Much better. Joni, you're probably right about that. Freemason is fine by me. Masons are fine by me. I have a... Here, look it. So is Baal. Hey, you want to see? Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something about Hermes. In case you didn't know this before. I'll do it right now. Watch. What do you have here? It says Baal. Lord Baal. And what does Baal have? Baal. Baal. Sealed hermetically. Hermetic seal. What else? You have a mason jar. Mason jar. Masons. Hermetically sealed. Jar. Hermes. Their lord Baal. Baal is the lord of this world. His name is Julius Caesar. Means physicality. Lucifer brought light to physicality. Make sense? Saturn controls time, and if time is unfolding in Q's, twos, duality unfolding within pairs of things, it's apparent. See? What are they? Why are they? What's up with the box? The game cube. It's all encoded. It's nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. You can. Some of them worship it too deeply, the physical realm. Some of it know what they're talking about. They're not on a ship of war over the physicality. They'll have their physical. Why not? You're here. Enjoy it. But they're not using physical means to get physicality. Scientists they're in a laboratory with this and this and this and this trying to do something. They're using physicality. They're the worst of what you'd call how to put it. They believe in the physicality and the physical realm so much that they don't believe in the spirit realm. People in Masonry, people in Illuminati, the people in all of these secret societies and clubs, they're dealing with spiritual realm. The same thing that Jesus and Bible bangers think they're playing with. Angels and demons are the same thing. Gods and devils are the same thing. It's what you're looking to involve yourself in, like what you want. Everybody has desires in this physical world, but you don't use the physical world to get your physical requirements. You use metaphysics. You use the spiritual realm. You're using spirit into the mind to create physical environments. That's the connection. Yeah, sometimes you have to use a piece of paper as a token, as a trading token. Sometimes you have something that's physical. Hey, here's something physical. This is cool. Do you want this? Cool. And in return, maybe you tell me a story. Maybe you give me food. Maybe you give me an object that I need. Maybe this object you need, and I need this object. Good trade. Perfect. There's no abuse there. There's no inflation. There's no interest, no income tax. There's no usury, which is normally sits in inflation or taxing. So there you go. That's a good trade in the physical realm, but the higher realms are what they're using to get something from the Time Lords through the cube of Saturn the timekeeper, puts things into a box. When you go to Christmas, you get a Christmas box. Christ is there, Saturn's there, because Saturn is Santa Claus, Satan's claws, because of Jesus, because wasn't it on his birthday? Spiritual realm, all the lights and the spirituality, and then you get a box and you don't know what's in it. Hopefully it's something good and it's not coal. It's all encoded in everything that we do, but people get too connected, too attached to one of the things. They think they just go Jesus, Bible. The Bible's on a piece of paper. Tell me about how it wasn't written by man. It is. So you're in the physical realm. And if you're dealing in the spiritual realm, then you're dealing with spirits. You can't. It's there no matter what. It's not, well, it's part of the cabal. It's part of the Kabbalah. It's part of the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the secret societies, the Diaboli, the Intrepidity, the. So what? What about the people just walking around, just doing the damn thing? What about people that are working on a farm? What about the people like? There's nobody that's left out the mix. There's nobody that is not interconnected. Speaking of the beginning of this video, because I told you to give respect, we're going to use tarot to do it. There's no independence. Nobody is independent. System. The entire system is the system. We're not talking about this system and that's it. We're talking the whole thing. So on top, there's layerings of systems on top of systems. They're interacting with all of it. There's nobody that's outside of it by themselves. Same wind from that factory is going to get there. Same, the plant life, the seeds, everything. It's already interacting. It doesn't. You're in it. However you like to be. Certainly, living in the city is a different challenge and reward system than living in the suburbs, than living on the outskirts versus living in the forest. But like even people living in the forest, like, oh, you've escaped the whole thing. Okay, have fun. If that's for you. Some people wouldn't want that. Some people don't like that. Some people do. Some people would rather be in the city. Some people are addicted to the city. Some people are addicted to being away from people because they hate people because, well, that goes a little deeper into psychology that we won't do here. But the interdependency is you go from singularity to interdependency. That's all. That's all there is. It's either do it yourself, and if you're doing it yourself, what are you gonna do? You tell me that tree you're gonna make a tool with to do something. Tell me about who planted the tree. Okay, working with God. You're just working with the God nature of things. Okay. So what about the animal there? Oh no, that's not a spirit. You're not working with the animals. You're not gonna work with that tree. You're not gonna plant some food. You're not gonna eat. Once you eat, you're part of this physical realm. Yeah, but you can only eat it if it's this. You can only eat that food. You can't eat that food. That stuff's too acidic. You can't eat that ass. You gotta eat the alkaline food. But the interdependency. Anything that you do, there's a balancing. It's always a balancing act. Ball, a balance to lance a ball. Hold a stick and walk a tightrope. The balance is out here. You're always going to be in the dual plane. So there it is. There's the wings, walking across a rope. Everyone's doing this. You're centered, but that thing out there is called your sine wave. You don't walk through life without being in a sine wave, SINE, or it could be a sign, SIGN, or SI, or you could sing, haha. But it's sin. A sin is a sine wave. It flexes through a polarity of electromagnetism, but they're bound together. That's the yin and yang, electromagnetism. That's what it is. It's the same thing as spirituality and physicality. You're not like, oh, I'm just so spiritual. Yeah, but I'm looking at you sitting right there. How would I slap you in the face? That's physical, right? And you felt that. Some people don't get it. Like that's, well, I was spiritual for me to do that. I'm spiritual too. You're not just spiritual. If you're spiritual, you don't interact in the physical realm. And if you're just physical, then you don't interact with the spirit realm. So, show me this person that is just spiritual. You can't do it. Show me somebody that's so connected. Yeah, they're outside of this realm. They're not here. They can't be. Then they're beyond that. The closest you can come to find something that is non-spiritual be a stone, but it's holding a tone. So there still is energetic things. There's somebody molded and they form this into something. There's still energy here. There's still a spirit contained here within. Is it a moving, moldable spirit? No, it's holding an energy and a space within something. This is why you can use quartz crystals and watches and other different things, because it's holding a frequency. It's holding somewhere in a bandwidth to hold energy that it will make something occur in a timing. It holds a time, a rhythm, a pattern, a shape. Humans are all shapeshifters. Some way more than others. Some people get stuck in a form, a shape, an idea, a mentality, a physicality, and then they decay and they follow the path of entropy. I'm not interested in entropy. We go through entropy, but then we find neg entropy. How many times do you wake up and you feel like shit, and you feel older, you look older, and you look sloppy, and everything is going to shit, or having a bad day and everything's just no good, nothing's good on you, not feeling it. Then the next day you're like, somebody goes, damn, you look good today. You literally have changed. You've shapeshifted. You went through entropy, and then you found neg entropy, the opposite of the entropic system that you're told that exists. And you grow, and you become something else. You alter, you change, you morph, you shapeshift. These things were shapeshifted from the energy form that this will hold this space for a very, very long time. Will it decay? I can't tell. This might be here in a million years. This might, if I just set this right here, and this room will be here in a million years. If somehow we just don't do anything to this, we just allow this to be, this shape and this whole thing will be there in a million years. If we let this out and it goes through everything that's going on in nature and gets a little bit of some stones hit it, and they say, yeah, okay, it'll probably decay somewhat, but it's still going to maintain pretty much the shape for a very long time. And that gets into the different metals, noble metals, heavy metals, soft metals. Why is soft metals so much better than hard metals? Think about noble metals, what you call nobility, and think about what you'd consider soft metals. They're moldable, malleable. They can take new shapes, new forms. What does that best? Mercury, then gold. Moldable things, soft metals. Find soft metals. Now, if you're gonna go sword fight, if you're sword fighting with words, you probably want a golden tongue, because it's moldable and movable. But if you were using a metal, not a meta L, like an L, angle of the angels. If you're using a sword and play fighting, whatever, you'd probably want a stronger, hard metal. You wouldn't want a soft metal. You'd want like a heavy metal. But for the most part, the other things, they work well in the body and they work with the mind. They work well with the humans. What's up, Axiom? Hick, what's up, Kabar? Yeah, there you go. Perspective controls the entire thing. It's your perspective. That's your perspective. That's abide. It's the calm abiding, as the dude says. Slabowski. And that's like your opinion, man. Yeah, we live in a very, very subjective world. Even the physicality is subjective. But we have to accept that it's objectively so, that there's a roof over your head, there's a car that gets you somewhere, there is food that's nutritious and delicious, there is a sun there's an earth beneath us, there is some objective truths. Not a lot of them, and even those are moldable and can be subject to your will if it's strong enough, but majority of the things, very subjective viewpoints, what you think about something, what your opinion is, what you think about that is, there's only a few things that you can put into that's bad, that's good. There's only a few things. And I always refer back to punting a puppy down a flight of stairs. I think that's a funny image, and it'll make you feel ill. I watched a video of a horse kicking a duck in the skull. The duck just ran up on this horse and pecked at its leg, and the horse, it was like, and it made me vomitous. I'm like, I'm watching it. I was like, this is nature. This is what happens. Like, no one's controlling were both the animals on a farm? Were they under some duress and things? Perhaps. Would that have happened in nature? I don't know. But it was interesting to see. The horse just fucking booted this duck. And it made me feel ill. So kicking a puppy down a flight of stairs, you will, as a human, could I ever believe that would be a righteous thing to do? I don't think so. Kicking a large dog down the stairs that is trying to attack you, I'm on your team. I mean, I probably wouldn't do that, because I don't think a dog is going to attack me. energetically I can change that. But you know, from a value system, from a standpoint of what is righteous, what's wrong, it's the moods in the middle. It's not black and white, but there's a bunch of colors. I'm not gonna say the gray area, but all the colors in the middle. That's where most things are. There's only a very faint black and a very faint white to things, and that's very, you know, that's just what is that to me, a newborn puppy kicking down flat. But here, what if you knew that puppy was gonna grow up to be a Hitler puppy? What if you knew that puppy was gonna kill everyone, and that was the demon seed? Would you destroy it? And the only way you could is to punt it down a flight of stairs, and no one knew except for you that dog would end up ruining the world. Which is watch the show called The Umbrella Academy. Go watch that show. Wait, watch that show. And there you go. I can do this kind of. That's a really good show. I like it a lot. Yeah, into what up, Axiom? I can't do turpentine and coffee. That just would ruin both of those for me. I don't mind the flavor of turpentine. If I take turpentine, I take some aniseed and some cardamom and anise, star anise, and licorice root. That shit's fine to me. But coffee, I like both of them, but together, oh no, it would ruin both of them for me. Well, if you're an owl, you just 1, 2, 3. Takes 3. Cocaine music. Yeah, no meth for me. But no, I ain't done yayo in a long time. Coffee. I got coffee and coffee. I think about you more than, I don't know how the song goes, but there's a coffee, beer, and coffee in the cup. It's too much for me already. Jonah, Enki, I didn't know that one. That one's interesting. I'll get into all those things soon. I mean, I'm slightly familiar with those, you know, names and partial ideas. There was too many people that had different understandings that when I started reading a few authors, that I was finding there was a little bit of which author to trust, and so there was the different opinions on the archetypes, the gods, the lowercase gods, the giants, the titans. Like there was different opinions on which ones were which. So I just kind of left that deeper study until I found some people that I knew looked into it a little deeper. So, and I was studying so many other things at the time that it just wasn't my forte. Jonah, city is SHID. No, it's not a prison cell. It's not. A city is not. SIDDHI. It means city. It means a place of power. A person with the power. A city. If you're a city, it's an energetic place. It means you go to downtown. Downtown is a vortex of power. It's not a prison. It has nothing to do with pre-Zion. It's not prior to the illusion. It has nothing to do with collecting. It is a cell, but it's an energetic. It's energetics. It's a cellular structure. They use cubes in a city. So downtown and uptown, you got downtown. It sucks you in. It's like the central part of the vortex, and so there's a lot of magnetism there that pulls people in, and they'll be there all night spending money doing things. That's why it costs more money to be there, because it's a reference point of energetic potential. But it is said it does create material reality, but it's not. The city is, look up cities. It's an Indian word. Dots, Indian. The cities. It's a magician, a person with power, or a place. What's up, Skull? There you go, Kabar. Yeah, belief systems are that. Yeah, belief system. BS. Bullshit and belief system is the same thing. You gotta have some belief systems. Here, it's like this. Mathematics. Mathematics doesn't work. Mathematics don't work unless you have boundaries. If you don't have any boundaries in your math, then it keeps expanding. Just like your lungs, there needs to be a boundary so you can breathe. You can finally breathe in. I breathe out. Okay, now it's nothing left. Now I breathe in. Now I've expanded as far as to my rib cage, and now back in. Now, if I got rid of the rib cage, I would keep breathing in one direction, infinitely. So mathematics and belief systems have to have boundaries, but they're ever changing, ever morphing, constantly morphing or altering the boundaries, usually becoming much larger. So mathematics, when you're a child, what do you know? Simple math. And then your boundaries of math changes. The place that you live is your house, then you're outside, and then your neighborhood, and then oh shit, you can go over there, and then your city. Wow. Right? And then your state, and all of those things are your boundaries, and mathematics is no different. So no difference. There's no mathematics nor belief systems. So your belief systems will alter and change. Some of them won't be a bigger belief system, it'll be something different. Different calculations. And what you think is the best thing. What I think is the best thing. Look, there's no difference. Look at when I was 20, the best thing for me to do was go out until 4 a.m. at a nightclub and eat all the MDMA and have all the beautiful women. Is that the right thing for me now? No, probably not. Would I do that? Perhaps, but was that bad that I did that? No. Was it bad that somebody's on their different timelines and paths, their belief systems will change? What is the highest order, the right, most right? What's the best you can do? Keep that energy. You know, I was saying this yesterday. These people that irk my fucking soul, irk my spirit. Keep that same energy, or, you know, these people like, you can do better. You can say that anyone, anytime. You could tell Michael motherfucking Jordan he could have done better. How many times did he miss a shot? He could have made some more of those. How many times did you make a mistake? Were you gonna tell a 5-year-old like, oh, you fell off your bike, you can do better? Oh, motherfucker, of course he can. Everybody can. Everybody is. I hate that. It's such a cheerleading, nonsensical bullshit thing to say. You can do better. Keep that same energy. Wah 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 wah. It's like fucking listen to Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah 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 wah. It's like you got a set of testicles in your mouth when you're talking. Keep that same. Oh. You can't keep the same energy. See? Literally, you cannot keep the same energy. You change it. It alters it. I've expressed my energy. It's over there now. Now you guys have it. Haha. Good, right? Could be bad for you. Could be good for you. Now I have new energy. It just cycles. You can't hold on to something. Don't be a greedy Gus. You cannot hold on to something, because you'll start to, your hands, you get like this, and you'll turn into you understand what I'm saying? As you compress things, they become hardened. Your heart becomes hard. You can't breathe as good. You fist this, and you just, I can't let this go. But then you just breathe in, and there's all that energy expended out there, and the sun just came out. See, keep that same. You can't keep the same energy. Keep an attitude, a type of for a little bit. What's up, Carrie? What up, though? What up, Carrie Espinoza? What's up, Yaraku? That's funny. I know you're talking about Yaraku. I always enjoyed his channel. I haven't seen him in a bit. I got rid of a lot of people that I connected to, and I was listening to their videos. There's a point that I'm just like, I gotten everything I can from these people. There's a lot of teachers that I'm just like, there's a lot of people that I was on their level, and there's a lot of people that I was like, oh, I could probably talk to this person, that I just like, nah. I was like, I've usurped their position and supplanted them somewhere else. They just have nothing to garner from them or gain from them. And that goes back to the beginning of the video, self-serving and serving others. If you ever do something for someone else, it's because it makes you feel good. See? It's self-serving. No matter what it is, If you give someone something, I don't really want to, but I'm going to. It's serving some sort of mental construct that you have. No matter what you do, it's always self-serving. So you have to look into reciprocation, and you have to look into like what immediate reciprocation is, what interdependency is, what these things, how these terms. It always is, and any action is instantaneously the equal and opposite. Instantaneous. That's karma. There's nothing further down the line. Things get changed up very, very quickly. But that instantaneous reciprocation of energy is what's always occurring, no matter what. So it could be a physical item for a mental thing. It could be mental. It could be something. It could be a story. It could be, how many times you pay to watch a movie, pay to listen to somebody read a book, right? Pay for somebody to play music. Lots of time, right? It's a good exchange because it mentally opens up pathways for you that then you can get something physically out of it later. Just by saying the right words, key words. Here's some phrases you could use. I'm not gonna tell it to you, because then you'll overuse them. Then they won't have as much value. Mercurial, yeah. Yadaku, if you drew a portrait of Yama with his horns turned downwards, does it mean? From a strictly, if anybody else was observing it, see, you could implant some energy into it, right? Your perception and what you're trying to get out of it. But turning something up or turning something down or on its head or reversing it, basically grounding it out and reversing the symbolism. I mean, think of a star. Let's think of let's think of the most basic sun symbol. Everyone's, oh, that's a Nazi symbol. No, it's going the opposite direction because it's pulling energy and it goes up and to the left. It goes in counterclockwise. The original ones that the Hindus used, and even farther back than that, went forward. It was turning this way. It's the same sun symbol, right? It's the same symbol. It just inverted the energy. It doesn't mean bad. It's inverted energy. One is white, if you want to consider it, electric. One's magnetic, pulling in black. It's just moving the energy in a different direction. I mean, can you influence it in a different way? Can you say, well, if it's just for you, you know what it means. But if it's energetically speaking to someone else, they're gonna, if one way the horn's out this way, that's electricity. The other way, if you turn something down, that's protection. Like Mars is a warring planet, but it's a protecting planet. It's like, think of a ram. Ram is MAR. RAM is MAR. Ram is connected to Mars. Mars is connected to war, but the warring is only because they're protecting something. So what is a ram? What does their heads look like? What are their curls, right? You ever see me put when I put my top knots up on? Do you know how I tie them? I tie them this way. Actually, I tie one in the opposite direction. That's just to confuse people. One down and one up. But yeah, it's just going to slightly invert the energy. Hey, Yadaku, when people come on here and get into other people's channels, bro, I really don't give a shit. I don't want to know. I don't care. I've never met him. I don't have an opinion on him. So just leave that nonsense at the door. You can go talk to him about that. You talk to him personally. And if you paid attention to him that much that he's the worst, that's your opinion. I don't know. I liked everything he put out, so don't bring that shit to my doorstep. I don't give a fuck. Well, Yadaku, the staring thing, well, that's an immediate reciprocation. You're looking at each other's soul. You could be giving energy, but you could be receiving energy. Some people have energy to give, but that's good for them, because if someone is overflowing with energy, why not give it to someone else? Some people don't not have enough energy, and they're happy to receive. It's all in counterbalance. Some people hold on to things and they have all the they hog all the shit. They got all the monies, they got all the items, they got all the stuff. It's not healthy. It's stagnant. It stagnates energy. It's not healthy for anybody. And then other people don't have enough. See, if those people just was like, hey, let's sprinkle this around and everything works better. It's like a clog in a system. Skull, I know who Brian Rose is. Skull, that's funny because I know somebody else that, actually, you probably know him too. He's awesome. He was in 3 of those newspapers drinking piss, and they tried to make fun of him, and he wasn't having it. He went on a radio show. Everybody knows who this is. I talk to him all the time. Do you know who it is? But Brian Rose, he's drank his piss before. He's done ayahuasca. He's worked with a few people. He's an interesting character. I like him. How connected is he to things? How deep into the muck is he? You know what I mean? Like, how much will he be completely independent of other people's affecting his, campaign? I don't know. He seems to be pretty authentic. He seems to have some mostly cool opinions, good ideas. He's very interested in things. He's very open-minded to things, and he seems to be caring. I like the guy. But there's no. Here's the thing, though. All newspapers are pieces of shit. It's not just like the Sun is the worst of it. It's like saying CNN is the worst. Just 8 years ago, people were saying Fox was the dumbest shit. A couple years ago, saying, "Oh, well, that paper, the New York Times, is garbage," but the New York, ugh. No, it's all the same fucking trash. It's all the same trash pile. But no, his name is John Shamanic. You know who John Shamanic is? John Shamanic. John Shamanic. Check him out. He did a radio show, and he was in four newspapers, and it was about him practicing Shivambu. And he makes videos, and yeah. He's cool. He's a cool motherfucker. Very, very, very wise. Practices a lot of martial arts. Nice dude. Speaks many languages. Yeah, see, hey, Yadaku, I can't see it on your thing because I'm using a phone right now, so the size of it is like literally smaller than the head of my pinky finger. What's up, musicians? Yeah, the curls. Oh, you never see me put up my my Princess Leia's? Yeah, I put up the Princess Leia's sometimes because it does 2 things. It balances me out in public, and it also it affects the type of people that interact with me. It's like this. If I put this up this way, I talk to different people than if I put a hat on, than if I put my hair down, than if I put those things up. It's wildly different. I mean, certainly the clothes you wear reveal you, and you connect different. But I could have the same energy about me, but just by doing something different with my hair, it's that much of a different change. That much different. Kabar. They're like, oh! They just start yawning. Well, yawning is a healthy thing. They're getting rid of a stagnant energy. Yawning will do that. Sleeping, you could be pulling heavy weight from them, or maybe they're too heady, and maybe you're adding stability that might make them sleepy. That's interesting. It depends on who I'm looking at. Like a child, they'll just go like this, and they'll be like, "What?" The last few times I've got to interact with children, like babies up to like 5 or 6, whatever, their energy goes through the roof, and they'll like stay awake just to interact with me, to stare at me. It's pretty interesting. But then, yeah, I don't know. I try not to stare into people's eyes too much because they're quite different. I wear sunglasses often for that reason. You don't stand under me. There you go. Yeah, I think maybe we just change in the overstanding, understanding, and understanding. Let's just turn that into I don't know, something equivocation stance. I don't know, something that's a balance stance. I mean, I understand fully if you're gonna build something, you have to have an overstanding and you have to know archetypes and architecture, and you have to blueprint it. So you have to see it from up here, and then you would understand it. So you would go underneath the building and start preparing it and building it, and then you could finally understand it. That's the process. It's overstanding. You first overstand it, then you understand it. So you'd look at it you overstand. You go, what the fuck is this? Then you'd understand. You go, oh, that's what it is. And then you put it together, and then you stand inside. You go, ah, it's like walking in someone else's shoes, kind of thing. Yeah, understanding is the completion. You know. How about outer standing? How about that? I mean, don't we say? Let me add that to the mix. See, I can add something new, because if you say something is outstanding, I mean, it could mean multiple things. You have outstanding bill to pay, but it could be that's outstanding, like amazing. That's fantastic. That's outstanding. You're standing outside of it. Maybe that's even better than understanding. That's fucking awesome. You get a gold star, and somebody says outstanding. You remember that when you're in school? Outstanding. Or if you were to stand out in a crowd, a standout, like you're better at something, you stand out. People want to overstand, understand. How about outstand? Boom. Hey, I'm so fucking outstanding right now that if anybody wants to, you can feel free to reciprocate energy through PayPal, Cash App, or the other one, Venmo. Yes, now my Venmo works. And there's a couple other things that I put underneath there. TsarXen at the first two, and the other one, Venmo Atman-1. You'll see. It should be down there. And also, I'll read some tarot for you guys. I can do some overall readings. I don't want to do any long readings on here for anyone. I'll do short, major arcana energy readings. And if you want, I'll do it for nothing. But if you want to, it makes you happy. You can give me a couple bucks, whatever. So if you guys want me to, here's the best thing that I can do here is you guys can pick one, and the best thing is I can take my camera, and now that I have this awesome tripod that somebody so graciously purchased, well, they didn't purchase it for me, but they gave me the money, and I went and got it. Hey, check it out. There's something cool that you should start to learn about. So I have this next to my chair, just so I can look over here and review energy centers, channel energies. Wow. And it's got the rest of it on the back. Yep. Anyways, so if you guys want me to, I'll read some tarot. I know which deck I prefer to do it from because I'm trying to learn one of these decks. But if you want a different one, I'll let y'all choose which one you want read out of. Yeah, music, that sounded really, you don't want to understand me, you want to stand inside of me. Whoa, that was not a homoerotic joke. Kind of was. Easy now, brother. Keep it easy. Oh shit. Shave the beard and you'll talk. Musicians, me? I ain't nothing to do with that. And no, you don't want me with a shaved beard. Me no good. No good. I mean, I still look good. I just don't. I just prefer it, man. It's just it gives me something to do. It I don't know. It's cozy, man. It's nice in the see. People always like, why don't you cut it in the summer? I was like, because it's actually cooling in the summer. It's kind of like think of it this way. In the winter it keeps me warm, but it's insulation. So you can keep things cold in the summer by putting insulation on the outside. This is insulation on my face. So the summer cooler, and I'm obviously fucking cool. It tickles the inside of your thighs. Skull, thank you, man. Thank you. That's I'll tell you what that's that is going towards now let me see how to say it. Some fungus. Maybe I'll do a show. I'll do whatever that gets me. Fungi. I'll be a very fun guy, and I'll do a show. I don't know how. I don't know. Yes, this is a lot of fun to play with. So is my back hair. Wait, I don't have any back hair, which is good. I did when I had it's funny, whenever I had a kind of a kidney issue, hair was growing right where my kidney was. It was really strange. I was like, what the fuck? And then I did a bunch of cleanses and it didn't grow back. So it was telling me something. It was pushing energy out right there. So interesting. What's up, Melissa? What's up, Melissa? And Melissa, thank you for the duckets the other day. That went towards a bunch of things that I had to get for the house. I don't know if you've seen my house. I cleaned it. I spent 3 days organizing, cleaning, and doing some other kind of like micro cleanings, like doing like getting up in my cupboards and cleaning those out and organizing things. I go spaz mode whenever I clean. And I got new bookshelves and stuff. But that went towards some snacks and a couple new things for my apartments. Oh, thank you, man. Yes, Gull. That's these right here. These were. There's a bin at the store that I go to, and right near the register there's always walkabout beers. It's just a case, and whatever they haven't sold or whatever's old, or if they're getting new beers in, they just take it and break apart a 6-pack or 12-pack and everything else, and they just throw it in the ice. And every beer is $2. So it's like you just grab a walking beer. And so I got one of these, which is usually like, it's a pretty expensive beer. It's like 6.5% coffee stout. I got one of these. So yeah, so that this it purchased me one of these and some fungus. All right, this is my last sip of coffee, and if anybody wants, I'll crack open these tarot cards. Here you go. Let's do this. So check this out. Here, you guys can see this. I didn't do this. You know who did this actually? Your boy Syphilis. Your boy Syphilis. I call him Syphilis. Your boy Cy did this the other day. So I just left it here. It's pretty awesome, huh? But here's the decks of cards. So if you guys want to, okay, we're not using this one. I just like this deck. The deck in here, the invisible one. There's this one, which y'all don't know what it is. And then this one this is the one that I prefer to work with because I haven't. But if you want something else, you can. I'll show you what this one is. Oops, hold on. Gravity Falls, Major Arcana. So somebody say words. Melissa, yeah. Hey, send me an email because I so rarely use that other one that it just slips my mind to even open it up. Send me an email on Theoluminous. THEO Luminous. LUMINOUS. Send it there, and then I'll send you the book gods in the building. So let me do something here. So there's my cool shit. My fucking cool shit. This is my cribs. You guys like my crib? Let's see if we can do this. Here's all the cool stuff I have. It's my elephants. This is how I live. This is my life, folks. Got pink shag carpet. Yeah, I do. I usually have a blue. I have a foot locker that matches the blue that goes there. But I was tripping on it because it's taking up too much space. And then we have Well, there's some herbs that I still have to figure out what all of these do because I had so many I forgot what those ones did. And then we got some copper. Those ones up there. Anyways. Oh, look at this. Fucking works. This works so much better than... Oh, I can fucking... Holy shit. See, guys? I don't remember if you remember me doing readings, and the reason I don't do them on camera is because I didn't have a way to hold the camera and do the reading at the same time. Now, look at this shit. I can just put it on my tripod, and I can still see through the camera. Oh, this is fucking brilliant. Man, what a simple thing. All the simple little things that make your life so much easier, huh? Oh, Skull, I'll put a little energy into that. Your scratch off. It's funny is I have a couple scratch offs that I won right in here. Let me get them for you, but they're here. Let me show you something. I'll show you something. I have some that were winners. But because they were like in a wallet that I don't know, just wasn't using it or put it somewhere. Can we zoom in here? Let's see. Oh, there we go. I have a couple of this. Maybe this will produce a little bit of energy here. Okay, oh, there we go. Cool shit. One on this bingo. One on this bingo right here. I don't remember what it was, but the thing ran out. It says you have to the end of the game by 30 days of the end of the game. I mean, if it's still out, I'll go return the ticket, but I think it's done. That one won. Then let's see here. I had a bunch of them in here. Unless I gave them to somebody to go try to. I was like, here, go redeem this if you can. I was like, Christ the great Redeemer. Oh, here we go. I got this one. This one I'm pretty sure won. Yeah, but this one ended. Here, see if you can win all of this. There's money on there, but there's no IKEA anywhere near me. I should probably put it over on the, I should do some ritual with this. Here's a bunch of, here's a bunch of free shit. Oh, and a free pizza from Little Caesars. But I don't live near Little Caesars. So I'll throw all of these out. Hopefully somebody will win off of this stuff. And I have this is some free money for a streetcar. And this is some free coffee. And then I have this. Check it out. It ripped. But if you have more than half of half of a bill, this is more than half, see? They'll take it at the bank and they'll give you the money. They'll give you a full bill. They don't take anything less than half. So that's more than half. I just haven't went to a bank to do this. So there's 20. I'll give this to somebody that wants. I'll give this to a homeless dude or something. So there you go. There's 25, 21. I think there's like $30 in there. There's 51, and that one is worth I think 10. There's $61. Somebody wins $61, and all you have to do for me is send me a couple of it. You can keep the rest. There's some winnings, and I'll put it over here with the rest of the things that will win. So does anybody want me to do one of these things here? I want to do this one, but if you guys want one of these, you don't know what this one is. I mean, you should know if you know me, you know what's in here. Pick one. I'll do it. And you guys don't feel obligated to give me anything in return. If you just want me to read some cards energetically, I'll do that. Feel no obligation here. I'm not trying to. In the future, if anybody wants me to do readings for them, I'll do a full reading for you, or I'll do something a little more intimate, or even on here. But like now, I just haven't used these in a while, and I finally got my space in order, so it's kind of comfortable. Oh, going to the woods. All right. Some bone fires. Fucking boner fire, bro. Bonafide boner fires. Funny, and I just found this the other day. This is the first deck of tarot cards I ever got, and I still have a portion of the deck, but because I bought them myself, they a lot of them just vanished. This was a gift from Core Birth. You guys know Core? I don't know what he goes by now. Core Birth. Corey. Big headed, big nappy headed black kid, skinny. From Chicago. Okay. Let's go on here. Haha, that's so funny. I picked up the cards, and that was right there. That's exactly where my finger went in the deck. That's funny. And that's this is a leaf from is it a backwoods? I don't know what that is from. Very funny. Oh, son of a. Okay. I'm only going to do Major Arcana. I'll show you the cards. Because I don't know, I just like the larger energy, and unless I'm doing a full-on reading for somebody, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to get into the Minor Arcana because it's too specific for things. Oh shit. I forgot how awesome these cards are. Oh, look at her hair. How many cards are in the Major Arcana? 22? There's a couple decks that I have that have more than 22 because of the way. I think I gave that one away. I had a couple that had like 2 or 3 additional cards. And a couple that the cards were like they changed the meaning of a couple of them. Like not too much, but that's cool. The 10 of Stones means home. Oh shit. Like that. The 5 of vasectomies. Okay. I think I'm gonna crack a beer. What do you think? I'll keep it crack-a-lackin'. Okay. Just make sure we got them all here. There we go. All 22. All right. So, what am I just? You guys got a question? Well, what do you guys want? What do you want? Somebody say something. And the way this works too is you could all do this right now. I don't know that it's gonna. I don't know how that would work. You could all ask a question. Oopsie. You could keep it yourself. You could write it down if you wanted. Why is that? Why is my... Hold on a second. There we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. So you could type it in there if you want. Or you can just hold in your head. Just let me know. I mean, hold in your head. That's fine too. Because that way you know the card is. I could do them separately, or if somebody wants to, tell me who I'm going to do it for. That way it's more specific. Read Joe Biden. I will not do any such thing. I'm not reading for robots or for people that don't give a shit. I mean, because I don't want to taint my cards. I don't want to taint my cards. The tripping up the stairs card. Yeah, we could do tripping up stairs. Oops. Let's see if I can make these. I could waterfall them. I'm just laughing because that's so stupid. Riverstones. Let me see if I can find a Riverstone. Here, you guys focus on that. I'm gonna go grab a beer and a Riverstone, and you guys tell me Riverstone. So that is. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a beverage. Right. Yeah, cool. Good job. Way to go. Okay, you fucking moist oysters. You guys ready? Just say when you're ready, and I'll pull a card. I'll pull 3 cards. One, as soon as you think of it, think of whatever your question is. The first 3 people, just type something. So it'll be first 3 people. I'll pull 3 cards. One will be the first person, one will be the second person, one will be the third person. That's the way it'll work. That works best. Okay, so Melissa, you get the first one. The first card that I pick, and I'm going to pick the number. I'm gonna bury 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here's for The first call wants past, present, and future. I'm bearing 1. There you go. Past, present, future. And the third person is this right here. So I'm gonna leave it right there until the third person comes in. But let's see what Melissa's is. Ha, the Seer. And the Seer. I like the sea urchin. Let's see if we can get a. So the collective energy is the Seer. That makes a lot of sense. At least people here. So the 2 of the tarot, the 2 of the major arcana. Let's see if it links up with what it says as far as. So the Seer would normally, the 2, excuse me, would normally be the High Priestess. It's a moon card. Let's see, it's Isis. Mask of Isis on her forehead. Spirituality. Pillars of peace and severity. Mystical quietness. No rushing. Remains hidden. Patience. Intuition. Things will be revealed. So that one's that's a standard number 2. And in this deck, the the Seer stands for the Seer stands for, let's see, it's the hub of the wheel and the quarter related to water and emotions, still connected to the moon, a little bit in the earth. She is partnered with the shaman. She's partnered with the shaman and acts as a guide to the world tree. She's wrapped in owl's clothing. Let's see if we can do this. She's wrapped in owl's clothing. She's got totem animals, shamanic spirits, drawing from wisdom from the roots. She may speak in riddles, but if you listen, you can hear of new, wiser beginnings. It is at the quadrant of the water in this deck, and it's gained from stillness and inwardness of the sojourn with the hooded man. The heart of an inner energy. The Seer acts as an oracular mediator for the feminine intuitive and imaginative principle. The reading points are basically focus your power and attention, let it flow through your dreams of creative emotional processes can be applied to your daily life. Giving into repressed longings, manifestation of spiritual and esoteric insights. It relates to the creative impulses such as art and mechanical skills, crafts, and bringing pleasure to and knowledge to others. So there's that one. And then, so there you go. It's the 2. And here is Skull, said one past, present, and future. Past, the Green Woman. The Wanderer. And the Wheel. All right side up as per usual. So, let's zoom in a little bit. Oop. There you go. So, the first card is the Green Woman, which is, funny enough, right after the Seer. So the past was connected to Midsummer Solstice in June. Element is fire, and associated with noon. and female solar energy. Calm, serene expressions, wild roses, graceful sovereignty, a golden Celtic gorget representing the sun throughout the year, a golden amber cup. Haha, that's so funny. A golden amber chalice. It's the milk of love and nurturing, and the Sheila Nagig on its side represents the life force of all women. Luxuriant foliage, animals, birds, and creating whole ecosystems and have safe haven even in the roots. It encompasses female archetypes in the past, present, and balances complexities. It's connected to the lady of the lake, who fosters Arthur himself as well as the young hero Lancelot. It also manifests as the flower bride. Reading points are sovereignty of earth soul, path to understanding and communion with nature, generous spirit. So that is the past. The present is the wanderer. Of course. The wanderer. What would that be considered? The fool, huh? You fool. What was that from? You fool. So very funny. Let's see. Yeah, the fool. It's a Roman sky. It's. I didn't know the fool is ruled by Uranus, the sky god. Carefree endeavors. Carefree endeavors. That's about right. Poised at the edge of a white chalk cliff, walking into the abyss and the wildwoods. Suggestion of a rainbow. Leap across the great void with open arms and deep trust, using imagination and honesty. Soft foliage, protection in nature. The wanderer is neither strongly male or female and stands at the heart of the human cycle. At this moment, it says the past and the future are set aside. It literally is the present card. Yeah, you either pick something up or you leave. You pick up something light or drop what is too heavy to carry. It's a new year and a new cycle. All it is required is faith. Wander represents wisdom and courage. The great wheel has already sent the heart to the wanderer to walk into the future. The wanderer is both the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. It's a full circle. Reading points are, it's a junction from an unconscious to a conscious state. Your spirit moves into an unknown, giving up heavy baggage and burdens, clearing things, clearing dissolution, and walking into the universe. That is now. Now. And then the future is the wheel. The wheel. Number 10. And I think it's always the wheel in every deck. I don't think they did anything new here. Well, shit. Let's see what they have done, if they've changed any of the idea up. Some of these decks they kind of get all fancy in. The Wheel of Fortune, ruled by Jupiter, a turn for the better. Isn't that great? Fortune, power, movement, changes into better things, rewards. This actually lines really well. It lines up very, very well. In fact, those are pretty much the best 3 cards in that order that you could pull out of the deck. If this one was back there and that one was there, it wouldn't make a lot of sense, would it? And if I put a different card in if I just put any other card, it wouldn't work. So, very interesting. The wheel is The Iron Age loom hangs between two hazel trees. So we just are literally coming out of the water age, or coming out of the Iron Age and going into the water age. We're going into Aquarius. Well, and so some people would say the Iron Age goes into the Golden Age. Some say the Iron Age goes into the Bronze Age. I think it goes into the Bronze Age. I think people are too excited about getting to a fucking Golden Age. It's supposed to go from iron to bronze / copper into silver, then the Golden Age, and they last longer as you get towards the Golden Age. I don't think you just jump, and it would make no sense. You'd lose your fucking mind. It'd be like doing a heroic dose of every psychedelic at once. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to even jump from where reality is now. We proclaim that this reality has been unkempt by these people. You don't just go fast forward and miss all the cool shit that's in the other 3 ages. Anyways, the wheel of the year represents, let's see, it's representative of a feather from the hawk, wren, and swan, as well as the kingfisher. You catch a glimpse of the sun and moon in the sky together. The sun and the moon. And this is what I've been noticing lately a lot. If you go outside this evening, probably around 5, you should see this and this in the sky at the same time. I always love pointing that out to people and be like, you realize that can't really happen unless we don't live where we've been told. 3 herons stand at the margin of the pool, representing the fates, looming, skillful hands of the weaver. So the wheel has to do with weaving as well, and weaving has to do with creating time, essentially, and matrices. Although a jigsaw puzzle of possibility and probability, the web of weaving these patterns into a predictable event. It's a loose weaving of predictable events, but nothing is set in stone, so you can make things better. You weaving your own destiny with responsibility. Changes at hand. There is a time and tide, a cyclical law of birth, death, and rebirth. How do you deal with change? Through you are not a prisoner of fate, but an integral part of fate. Life is what is going on. It is not waiting for you. It is happening now. Well, there you go. There's those two. That's some awesome reading. I like that. Let's see. I'm going to push this button. Boom. Boom, bitches. What do you think about that? Ha 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 ha. Enjoy the puppy skull. Yeah, tribes forgot their job. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've done many talks on the difference between Bibles and tribals, on like the duality versus triviality or tribal, like what a triune. Like, it's really interesting when you think about the triune of things. Like, everything is in threes. You can't express nature in twos. This is why they use in the digital realm, they use twos or duality. You can't express. So in a computer system you have binary, Bible, by two things, but they have trinary computer systems, and you have tribal systems. You have Bible systems and tribal systems, and the only way you can have another representation of a system in a way to invoke creative spirit is to have a tribal system, meaning you have a mother and a father that creates a child, and that child is the creative energy of the parents that then go on to make something different, new, fresh. Where if you take a mother-father figure and then you mimic that, you don't get anything new. It gets stagnated. It becomes biblical. It becomes war-like rather than creative. So that's what you get. That's what you get. Well, I guess nobody showed up for their third card, but let's just see what it is anyways. Oh, well, that's not how I saw it. It was this way. The moon on the water. That was for somebody. Whoever got here late, that was your card. I'm not reading it, though. All right. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Let me, I'll be with you in uno momento. Just putting the games away. Well, I mean, I can pull them back out, but pull your games out. Cool. Whoa. Holy that's my head right there. That's me. Wow, crazy. Would you guys expected me to look like this? What do you think I look like? I always wonder when people used to listen to me talk and they didn't see what I look like, if they thought I'd look like this. And I wonder when people meet me, what they think I'll say. I don't know. You know how some people you assume they're gonna say something like super intelligent, or just some shit that's like just sometimes you see people like, what kind of dumb shit are they gonna say right now? I wonder when people see me if they're like, what kind of brilliant shit is he gonna say? I don't know. I'm curious about those kind of things. Keeps me active. Cool. Yeah, the binary, the buys and tribes, yeah. I think there's a reason in basketball the number 23 is a highly touted. 2 is the binary system, and 3 is the trinary system. It's a creative force that energies don't have, other systems don't have. Think about it. The 2 and the 3. It's a balance between something, and then it's creative. In football, if the numbers 11 or 13, 11 balance, 13 is 1, meaning I'm the quarterback, 3 the creative aspect of it, and there's also 12, which means if you find quarterbacks that have number 12, they're doing a thing, and then they're running the system perfectly. Go look at a quarterback that's number 12. Tom Brady's number 12. He's not creative at all. He runs every play perfectly, right? Tom Brady's 12. Go watch a quarterback that's number 13. They're all over the place. 11 other balanced quarterback. Not too many of them out. Running backs are what? Running backs are numbered usually 20 through 40. Best running backs number 20, 24, 22, 24. Yeah, 22 and 44. Powerful ones. 44 is a strong. They're usually a there's The one that's getting the ball is the lead. So sometimes you have a lead blocker, and the ball's going to the fullback. So is it going halfback? It's halfback options. You pitch to the halfback, and the halfback, they're more creative. Their numbers are different. It's funny how it's always lined up that way. And line are 80s, 90s. Wide receivers, well, 50s, 60s, 70s. Wide receivers are 80s and 90s, and 18 and 19 at times. And then single numbers, sometimes quarterbacks, kickers. Well, check it out, everybody. I got a couple things to take care of right now. Hopefully everybody enjoyed, and y'all know how you can donate to this person, and I appreciate it. PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo now works for me. TSAR, capital XEN on the first two. The other one, you have to see beneath. Blah, blah. If you guys ever want a reading, I'll do like a full-on one for you. And whatever else. Oh, also, I'm going to be doing these backpacks. I'm just pricing everything out so I can get a good deal on things. And the backpack's going to be awesome. If you don't know, now you're going to be a backpack filled with all sorts of cool things that I know about. Some of it you already know what it's going to be. Some crystals, some incense. I'm going to make some orcs, some all sorts of things. I've got like a dozen trinkets and fun things that will be in the backpack. And you'll have a backpack. And I'll try to get that done in the next couple weeks. And you guys can have cool backpacks. And I'll make a couple bucks off you. It's a good trade. Probably what I'll do is, depending on how many people order from me, maybe I'll do one special backpack where I'll just like blindfold myself and I'll just pick one special backpack that will be like extra shit in it. Cool. Good to see you, Melissa. Good to see you, Kabar.